well, everybody likes to pay less for gas. So, I mean, I feel good about that.
The Iranian nuclear agreement could pad your wallet down the road.
It's time for them to sit down and talk to one another and hash it out.
And find out what has this man pushing Illinois leaders to act now. All this and more on the Medill Midday News Bite. I'm Sean Frelick. Thank you for tuning in. Iran and Western nations have agreed to restrict Iranian nuclear arms. This will relieve economic sanctions on Iran, and that will have an effect on our gas prices. Sarah Shahayab is at a gas station in La Loupe with more. Sarah?
That's right. I'm here in front of the BP gas station in downtown Chicago, where prices per gallon right now are at $3.44. Now, this price is expected to drop to as low as $2 per gallon come December. We'll see the earliest drop in price come September, though. And, this is coming after sanctions have been lifted off of Iran due to the nuclear deal made yesterday. Now, although it is positive that the gas prices have been dropping, I've been speaking with people here at the pumps who have mixed reviews.
Well, I'm happy about the price drop, but I think when you deal with a country like Iran, there's always a need to be concerned. But I think that concern is there whether we do business with them or not. There's a need to be concerned with the dealings that's going on in Iran. But if it's going to give us a break on gas prices, I say go for it.
Thanks, Sarah. Are there a lot of people getting gas right now?
We are seeing a lot of cars come through right now. I wouldn't say it's abnormal or anything out of the ordinary, just a normal day. And I forgot to mention that this is actually quite a big deal to have Iranian oil come to the U.S. This is the first time since 1995 that we will be receiving oil from their country with the sanctions being lifted. So really, really interesting things ahead with the price drops.
Thank you, Sarah. Governor Bruce Rauner's proposed budget is meeting major outcry. Today, disabled Chicagoans met to protest possible cuts at the Thompson Center. Here's John Rosen with more.
That's right. People were out here protesting Governor Bruce Rauner's new state budget. His new budget that was passed on July 1st cut $424 million to services that provide help to people with disabilities, as well as senior citizens and children. They need their funding, they want their funding, and they're making sure the city of Chicago hears their voices. It's one thing to see the budget on paper, but it's an entirely different monster to see people out here that it affects directly.
Thank you, John. NASA is getting reacquainted with a once-forgotten planet. Their space probe is providing new information about Pluto from millions of miles away. Ann Arntzen is at the Chicago Planetarium with more.
Hi, yes, I'm standing in front of Adler Planetarium. There's a lot of excitement brewing around here. Big news coming out of NASA with Pluto. There's a historic flyby yesterday. The New Horizons probe, which NASA released, flew by the dwarf planet yesterday and is taking some really great pictures, some pictures that we've never seen before. Some have revealed that the planet has an ice cap on it. They've also taken more accurate measurements of the planet, which scientists are using to kind of like share about the planet. The measurements are a lot different than what they thought before. The planet Pluto is actually a lot smaller than what they thought. So lots of findings coming out that we're sharing with the public. There are a lot of events happening here as well. Yesterday, the planetarium hosted a event when the flyby happened at 6:50 a.m. A lot of people came and were able to talk to astronomers and also watch the historic flyby. Back to you.
Thanks, Ann. Why did it take so long for the probe to reach Pluto?
Yeah, it took so long because it had to travel 3 billion miles. That's a long ways to go. An astronomer here told me that the probe was traveling as fast as it could, and it's really the fastest probe that they've ever had go on one of these explorations before. So that's why it took so long. Back to you.
And why was the probe only able to get within 7,000 miles of Pluto?
Yeah, good question. That's because Pluto has 5 moons, and astronomers say that they were worried about a lot of the debris from the moons coming in contact with the probe and kind of knocking it out and ruining all of this work that they've done to get it out near Pluto, 10 years worth of work. So that's why it's so far out. They're just trying to be cautious and make sure that the probe stays intact. Back to you.
And finally, Ann, are there any Illinois connections we can know about?
Yeah, the Illinois connection. Pluto was discovered in 1930 by an amateur astronomer. His name is Clyde Tombaugh. He lived in Streeterville, Illinois. He's the one that discovered Pluto, looked up and saw it. He's also, funny enough, he came to Adler Planetarium, and some of the astronomers that we were talking to today actually had the chance to meet him, which was pretty fascinating for them all. Again, there are a lot of events happening here. The planetarium is really trying to bring attention to these new findings. Tomorrow night they're going to be having a discussion for after hours, which is one of their events, and they're going to be talking a lot about the controversy. Should Pluto be a planet or should it be a dwarfed planet? And the public can come and vote on what they feel about it. Back to you.
Thanks, Ann. There are plenty of fun festivals held each weekend here in Chicago, but which ones are the most family-friendly? Aisha Jefferson is here to fill us in on a festival meant especially for the kiddos. Aisha?
Hey, thank you. Yes, as you can see, it's very crowded here and it's pretty loud. I'm at Family Fun Festival in Millennium Park, sponsored by the City of Chicago. So this festival has been going on for about 6 years, and it's every day, rain or shine, doesn't matter what's going on. This place will be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every single day. So that's pretty cool for parents who want things to do for their children during the summer.
Thanks, Aisha. And that's all we have for now. I'm Sean Freilich from the Downtown Newsroom. Stay curious, Chicago.